How can I tell if my heater core is going bad? When temperatures drop, your vehicle's heater becomes one of the most important comfort and safety features to rely on. It keeps the cabin warm on cold mornings, clears fog from the windshield, and helps maintain visibility in damp or freezing weather. But behind all of this small hidden component that most drivers never think about until something goes wrong is the heater core. The heater core plays a crucial role in engine temperature regulation, cabin climate control, and when it starts failing, the signs are often obvious, but only if you know what to look for. Weak heat, foggy windows, a sweet smell, coolant loss, or damp carpet are not random problems. They are a clear, predictable warning that your heater core may be going bad. So, what is the heater core and what does it actually do? Although it sits hidden behind the dashboard, and literally think about that, it's in the dashboard. So, if something goes wrong with it, you have to remove the your dash in almost every instance. I mean, think about it. It's in your dash. How would you like to see the dashboard come out? It's like, and then how many times are you going to not have squeaks or rattles or something afterwards? And if your car's got any kind of age on it, then the dash can literally break. It can because plastic becomes brittle. It's heated up and cooled down, and it sits there with the sun going, onto the windshield, heating up your dash. I mean, it's not sexy. But the heater core definitely performs three high value functions that impact your daily driving. It heats the cabin, it powers the defroster, and it regulates engine temperature. It's like a mini radiator. So it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The water goes back and forth through it, and then when it warms up, then a fan blows through it, which is how you get the heat. And the most common signs of your heater core going bad is going to be weak, lukewarm, or no heat coming from the vents, a sweet syrup-like smell in the cabin, fog or greasy film on the inside of the windshield, coolant loss with no visible external leaks, damp or wet passenger side carpet because it hangs out on the passenger side of the vehicle, the engine running hot or overheating. You can have discolored or sludgy coolant. That means corrosion or debris has entered your system, normally from the oil or transmission fluid mixing with your coolant. The oil can mix with your coolant in the engine, and the transmission fluid can mix with your coolant because of the transmission fluid gets cooled down the same way that the coolant gets cooled down through the radiator. And then you can actually have a coolant smell outside after parking. Heat only works while it's driving, that kind of thing. So what would cause the heater core to fail? Coolant contains corrosive inhibitors and they break down over time. So if you're not getting, your coolant literally becomes acidic. It begins eating away the thin metal tubes inside the heater core. That's why every other year, every 30,000 miles, every other year, every 30,000 miles, you're replacing your antifreeze / coolant. Coolant and antifreeze are the same thing. It just depends on the time of years of what people are calling them. And some people call them coolant all year round. Some people call them antifreeze all year round. But, it's the same stuff. And it goes through your engine, your radiator, and your heater core. Water pump, blah, 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 blah. And then there can be clogging. So there can be debris, deposits, or rust particles circulating through the cooling system that collect inside the heater core. Because the passages are small, even minor buildups cause major heat loss. There can be electrolysis. Stray electrical currents inside the cooling system can rapidly deteriorate the heater core from within, or grounding or aging electrical components are common causes. There can be excessive pressure from a faulty radiator cap, trapped air pockets. Recent overheating can cause increased pressure inside the coolant system. The heater core, being delicate, often fails first. And then neglected coolant maintenance. I'm telling you that corrosion, scale, rust, sludge, it doesn't take much to damage the heater core because it is delicate. And, the heater core problems become noticeable in certain conditions. Cold mornings, weak heat or slow warm up becomes immediately obvious. Foggy or damp weather. The failing heater core makes defrosting extremely difficult. Stop and go traffic. Circulation issues show up faster at idle when coolant flow is reduced. Clogged heater cores on long distance driving can cause temperature fluctuations during long drives as the engine tries to compensate. And problems often mistaken for heater core failures is, you blame the thermostat. You assume it's the blend door. You're confusing coolant with AC condensation. AC condensation is clear and odorless. Coolant is thick, colorful, and sticky, and sweet smelling. Yes, no fun. And then you assume that the coolant loss is normal, but coolant never disappears on its own. Loss always indicates a leak, either internal or external. It doesn't just magically disappear. You can definitely, if simple at-home checks to confirm your suspicion is smell the air from the vents, inspect the windshield for greasy fog, check the passenger side carpet, monitor coolant levels. And I would rather just you take it in and allow them to do a pressure test on your coolant system and make whatever's not obvious. Compare heat at idle versus highway speeds. Now, what happens if you ignore heater core problems? Loss of visibility, engine overheating, interior damage, premature cooling system wear, all kinds of stuff. And you definitely need to seek professional, don't wait. I mean, if you don't get anything out of this series that I'm doing, don't wait. Take it in. Build a relationship with an automotive repair store. Learn to trust them. Let them trust you. Know that it costs money to take care of your car. An automotive repair facility is not the enemy. They're trying to do business just like your dentist or a doctor or, the dry cleaner or anything else. I mean, everybody's got a job to do. Doesn't matter what it is. I mean, is there thieves in every industry? Of course there is. But the good people that truly care about you far outweigh the bad people. If one of our shops, one of our professionals, they're going to be able to diagnose a heater core issue so easy it's not even funny. They're gonna perform a cooling system pressure test. They're gonna check the coolant level, the color for contamination, temperature comparisons between the heater core, between the heater hoses, back and forth. And they have temperature guns that can actually do that, and they know where to point the guns. Inspection of your HVAC housing for internal leaks, blend door operation testing, radiator cap pressure, test inspection, full cooling system circulation analysis. I mean, what the front counter or an owner of an automotive repair store does is not rocket science. It's relationships and education and taking care of the customer. What the technicians do, that's rocket science. I mean, this is just one small piece of it. Your heater core should matter to every driver. So a failing heater core is one of the most common but most misunderstood vehicle issues. Drivers often ignore the early warning signs, assuming that they're unrelated or minor inconveniences. But the heater core is directly tied to safety, visibility, comfort, and engine performance. Understanding the warning signs, weak heat, coolant smell, greasy windshield, coolant loss, damp carpet, engine temperature changes, help every driver stay ahead of serious problems. When these symptoms appear, early diagnosis and professional services protect both the engine and the interior of your vehicle. This is a big, big deal. I mean, not a small deal. This is a big, big deal. Please help us help you Take care of your car. Stay safe. Stay strong.